Ladies and gentlemen, today is December 17th. Wow, we are closing in on that oh-so-jolly holiday. But today is the KNKL stream, episode 16, day 16. I don't even know how I'd do that with my hands, but if I could, I would. Thank you guys once again for tuning in today. We are going to be jumping right back into the usual, working on the comic. We are going to be finishing up part 3 of issue 1 that will be releasing approximately around next Saturday. So I think that's like the 29th or something. So for those of you who are new to the stream, we do this every Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And before we jump into the comic, and the actual illustrating of the comic, we go to a little lovely land of a place called the Emma Comic Online Facebook, where we've gotten a bunch of new awesome art here, right? So thank you guys once again for submitting your beautiful artworks and your beautiful gardens. Really appreciate that. Appreciate. Now we gotta oh, I kept this thing up? Alright. Well, now that I'm here, let me move my face out of the way. So as you can see, a good friend of mine, aka Sundancer, Sun-Dried Tomatoes Man, has gone ahead and made an Emma fan blog on Tumblr. And you can basically get to that by going to emmacomiconline.tumblr.com and follow that, if you consider yourself a fan. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started on our next pages. So, have a lot to talk about today. For those of you who tuned in to the pre-stream shenanigans, you'll know that today is a good day as usual, and today's stream is going to be awesome. But, unfortunately, there were some bad things that happened today. And I will tell you about that in just a moment. But, if you guys are getting lag right now, I'm not seeing anything on my side. Simply reload the stream and watch another dog food commercial. That's fine. Go ahead. They could use the money. But I ain't getting none of it. So, anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this. We're going to draw Emma peeking behind some sort of object, talking to someone to whom you don't know, because that would give away the story. And we don't want to do that. Don't show that. Pair of hop-along boots and a whistle that shoots. A whistle that shoots. That would be something. Is the wish of body in bed. Alright, so we got our references here. Hither. Let's go ahead and begin. So let me go ahead and get into the beginning of my day. Right? So some interesting things happened over the weekend because a certain somebody decided to post an amazing thread about me on the League of Legends general forums, and that certain someone is Aaron, aka Turtle with Guns. He posted a thread about me on the League of Legends general forums, and that basically exploded into so much traffic going to the site, people looking at the comic, that it literally crashed the site. And that is really awesome because I had to contact the site and basically had to get everything fixed up. So I was like, well, I purchased the plan that has unlimited bandwidth, so why did this kill the site? And because I'm a noob and I don't know anything about websites, I didn't have something called caching enabled, which basically allows people, once they visited your site once, it just optimizes your site so that way it doesn't blow up like it did when all the people from League of Legends and Reddit joined up to look at it. So, and yeah, that's the thing, is it didn't take long, and I knew this would happen. It didn't take long until they moved the thread from the LOL general forums to the off-topic forums, basically to the graveyard. So, yeah, but it's all good. The damage was done. And I'm pleased to inform you guys that I'm going to tell you how many people actually looked at the comic. 50,000 people came to the page, right? And then over 23,000 people to this day have actually read part 1 and part 2. Like, that is so awesome. Like, that's like 23,000 people. Could you imagine that? That's like a stadium. It's just like down there. It's like a football game. And then in the middle, it's just like this giant comic that just opens up and covers the entire field. And then the audience just like, whoa. And then they give the order to the people downstairs, like the band that's playing, like hundreds of them, to like turn the giant page across the 200-yard field. And then they read the next page, right? So that is pretty awesome. And I would like to thank all of you guys for not only supporting, but a special thank you to Aaron for going out and basically overachieving that sucker and getting so many people to look at the comic that crashes the site. So thank you very much. But the cool thing about that was, now I got to get into the positives and negatives of that, right? Because there are there are some good things and some very, very, well, I'm not going to say bad things, but they can turn into bad things. Some things about myself that I hadn't noticed until that day, until this weekend, really. And I think this is something that can probably be related to a lot of artists in general. And again, I'm going to try my best to not inflate my ego too much here, right? But what we did this weekend was literally, we proved that we can get people to look at this comic. If we need people, if we want people to look at this comic, we can get it, and we can get a ton of people to look at it. And that really, really excites me, that I have people that are willing to support and help me out like that. Like, I didn't even have to ask. It's just like, I asked a question. I was like, how can I get more people to look at this? And then you guys just go out there and you just do it on your own. Like, that's really, really, really awesome. But the negative that comes from that, and this is something that I really didn't think would bother me, is when you have so many comments coming to you from different sources, artists naturally love to hear what people think of their work, right? And I gotta not look at the chat right now because you guys are saying funny stuff and I don't want to laugh because this is serious. This is a serious point, right? So artists always love to hear what people think about their work, right? But the negative thing about that for me is I've never been subjected to so many people saying stuff about my work, right? And so many like people looking at it. It was a little bit overwhelming, and it got to a point literally that I realized I was getting addicted. I was getting addicted to reading these comments about things that people said about the comic and said about my work. And I think it's good to listen to community feedback and everything, but it's like there comes a point where you're just like, okay, I understand that people like this, people read it, and I just need to keep going, right? Because it was starting to get to the point where, yeah, it was almost like I was getting addicted to reading things about it. I was like, yes, give me power, and then I latch onto the generator, and it's like, ah, like that, right? And I'm just like pumping myself up, like, yeah. And then I go and draw my comic like this, and be like, no, need more power, and then I latch on again. So I don't want to be dependent on that because, as much as you guys would like to think, this comic is not for you. This comic is for me and my friends. And if you guys want to read it along the way and help support it, then I'm totally willing to do that. And when I said it's not for you guys, that doesn't mean that it's not really for you guys. But you know what I mean? Like the original motivation for making this was for me and my friends. It's just I want to tell my story, right? That's kind of what artists want to do. You can't let everybody else tell you what your project needs to be, otherwise it becomes diluted and crappy, and it just appeals to the masses, and then it's not genuine, and then people are probably not going to like it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I was getting at there. So yeah, and it got to a point that I wasn't happy, right? It's like I would almost rely on what other people were saying about me to make me feel good. That's a really, really dangerous place to be. But it is a place that you can get drawn to very, very easily, especially if you're an artist. Or an artist like myself, with low self-esteem. I don't know. But, yeah. Some interesting things are at play, definitely. There's some things that are coming into my life that are causing a bit of uncertainty, especially with, you know, just with everything that's going on. Just being able to be stable with, you know, the job and everything. Like, remember how I told you guys, I was like, hey, you know, if you want to support the comic, that's cool and everything, but if I need to make money, you know, I'll make money, right? To keep going, I'll just have to take a break from the comic. You know, I'm totally fine with doing that. I would like to be able to just keep going, but yeah, seems like things might be a little more complicated than that. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. But the important thing is that the streams will keep going and the comic will continue until it is done. I don't care if I spend my entire life making this comic. I will tell the story. I will tell this story and I will finish it. I will finish what I've begun. Because that is what a good artist does. I don't lay the foundation and then walk away from it. I see it through. See it through. Okay, what are you guys saying over here? What are you guys saying over here? Stop being so vague. Oh, man. I wish I could tell you exactly what happened today, but I don't want to jump the gun and mess up something. I don't want to mess up stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and change the subject. Moving on. Hey, look at this. What? I'm making a comic over here. What is this? What is this? Emma talking to somebody behind a door or something? What is that? What would she? Why would she be doing that? Talking to people behind doors. Who does that? Who does that? Emma does. Emma does. Okay, so now I got to get into the other story of why today kind of sucked. Right? And I'm telling you this because this is a problem. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to make you feel bad for me or anything, but, you know, it's actually kind of funny. So I was ordering something for a friend, and I can't say exactly which friend or what I got because that person might be watching. I was ordering something for a friend, and on the site, you know, you usually put in your shipping address and all that stuff. And this was literally like the final straw after everything that happened today. I put in the shipping address, right? And then I just mess up one of the numbers, right? So the address is completely different. It might be some guy down the street, might be some guy, you know, a couple blocks down. So I messed up one of the numbers, and then after I submitted it, like, it gives you that final review page before you're like, yes, I would like to do it, but I was like so an autopilot that I just kept going and kept going. And then eventually I ordered it under the wrong address.
Are you busy right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing the stream. You want to say hi?
Sure. Is pointing over here?
No. I can, though. Hey, guys, it's Jace. It's Jace. There you are.
Hello.
This is he's going to be making our Emma game.
That's right.
We are working on a game together. And it's going to be awesome.
What are you drawing over here?
I'm just working on the next panels of the comic.
Oh, nice.
As you can see.
Yes.
How'd your raid go?
Swell. Yeah, I mean.
Your raids.
Not as well as I hoped, but.
Yeah?
Progress.
You're like, alright, I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool, man. Well, I can come get you as soon as I'm done here.
Alright, cool.
What time are we at? Oh, 7:17. We still got a long way to go. Got about 45 minutes and then we'll be done. Then we'll open up the floodgates and cast our questions via catapult. And things will be good. So, I'll talk to you as soon as I'm done here.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah, let's be over yonder.
Alright, see you.
See you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Alright, this Emma face is turning out kind of weird. To say the least. This is turning out a little bit weird. And why? I can't say. Let's go ahead and just kind of erase this a little bit. Let's get in here and figure out what's causing this to look strange. So she's just talking here. One thing I'm really liking is that people are picking up on the expressions that I've been putting onto the characters. And that's really like making me happy. They're like, "Woo! I love the expressiveness of the characters. I love the expressions." So I'm really trying my best to, you know, make sure the expressions are suitable and acceptable. I think her eyes are just, whoa, what? That's what's wrong. Her eyes are just massive. Jeez. What was I thinking? There we go. This is an anime. This is my anime style from a few years ago. This is current. This is current anime style. Anime style. Anime style. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's the way, I like it. Ha! There we go. I'm getting a call from somebody that I want to talk to, but I will not answer right now because I'm busy. I will give them a call back. I'll give them a call back. Ha! I'll show them. They tell me to wait and call them back. Or they tell me to wait and they'll call me back. I'll call them back. That's how I get them. That's how I get them. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow up this line here from the mouth. And that eye is way too out there. Let's fix that. Fixing it with my measurements, with my Emma measurements. Face still looks weird. Why weird like that? Emma, why are you looking so weird? This is a common thing that I go through, like when I'm drawing. I'll usually make all these little adjustments, but I think it's very important that you guys see this too, because you can see that my faces don't always turn out exactly the way I want them to. And if they don't, if I can't fix them quickly enough, sometimes I'll actually just redraw them. I literally will. But I do not think that that will have to be done here, as I do see the solution. Let's see, the middle point of our circle is right here, so the eyes are starting in the proper place. The eyes are placed correctly. Is the head a little large? Oh, that's a little better. Forehead. Ah, I think that's what it is. There's not enough space on our forehead. The hair is way too far down. Fixing it. Let's go way up here. We gotta go way, way up here. There we go. So not much. Not a huge change, but everything matters. Every small detail matters. And I find it funny how you can just bring like the eyelashes down just a little bit and it gives them like a very, very different expression. Like their eyes are a little bit more closed. Even though all of the eye is showing and technically that should make them look surprised, I'm still trying to figure that out, like why that is. Why do they still look like they're lowering their eyelids a little bit? Even when Their eyes are down like that. I don't get it. All I do is I accept it and I just use it. Cool. You guys are so funny. Your conjectures about who she's talking to. She's talking to nobody. How do you even know she's talking? Don't pay attention to that. She could just be checking on a rock or something. Be like, yep, same place I left it. Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead and put her cute little cheeks there. Precious little cheeks. Precious little freaking cheeks. And now I need to fix this finger here. There we go. And fix that. That is a weird place to have the chin. Not the best course of action I've ever laid out. But regardless. Oh yeah, but going back to that story earlier, I was so ticked. Like, when I put in the wrong address and I saw it there, and I was like, ugh, because usually they have a thing where you can go in and fix the address. But I couldn't go and do that. I'm trying to get this hangnail. Oh, there we go. That's attractive. I was like sniffing my finger. Eating my hangnails. Yum yum. I'm like, so I was just like, oh, when that happened, I was like, no. And then I sent him an email really quick. I was like, hey, I put in the wrong address. Can you please change it? And let's hope that goes through. Because if not, then somebody is going to be getting a nice gift from me. For free. And then I'm going to go, I don't know. Go get it taken off my credit card. Because I didn't get it. So that's why it would be for free. To that other person. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. That looks like Emma. That looks like Emma. Just talking to Nico. Yes! Oh, by the way, something really, really funny. I realized, like, when I was doing the concept art for Nico, I wrote his name like this, when really his original name, or his original spelling, was supposed to... Oh, I'm covering that up. You can't even see. Ha! I wrote it like this, right? When his name was actually supposed to originally be with a C. But I actually like it with a K because Nico is the name of one of my old coworkers who's she's absolutely darling and I love her to death. So, and she has a cool name, so I'm like, hey, I'm going to use your cool name for a guy in my comic. Plus, I also have an uncle named Nico. So, yeah. That would be very, very nice. Very nice. Nice. Yeah. Acceptable. Acceptable. There we go. That's Emma. That's the Emma we know and love. That is our Emma. Let's go ahead and just like color this in black or something. That looks a little weird. Let's go ahead and connect that. Yeah. And draw a little bit of that. A little bit of her strap there. And the hair. The hair comes down like that. Like that. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, but yeah, going back to, I really want to drive this point home, and I want you guys to really, like, listen to this, okay? Because I'm really, really scared to death. Okay, here's what I can say. Here's what I can say about everything that's been happening. It seems like when you leave to do something, when you pursue your dream, right? And you got your friends who are like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's great that you're doing that. Oh yeah, good luck, good luck. I believe in you and everything. And once you actually start to really succeed, which I feel like, honestly, well, I was successful from day one because I was just following my dream, right? But I feel like you really start to notice who your real friends are when you start pursuing your dreams. Because as you get successful, I guess in other people's eyes, which may be me getting, all the views and, you know, the lol forums and all that crap and the Reddit posts, certain people, certain things will happen where people will. And I'm not saying this for everybody, but sometimes people who you thought were your friends will actually turn out to not be your friends. And they won't support you when you really need them. Or they'll do something to slight you or try to take you out, And, that's a little bit disturbing. That is quite disturbing. But, yeah, I think the best thing to do is just keep on going, The best revenge is great success, right? That's what I've always learned. Instead of trying to get even with somebody, just keep doing what you're doing because obviously they're bothered by the fact that you're becoming successful following your dream, and just keep doing that, Let them live in their world of negativity, and, if they don't want to help you out, then whatever. That's them burning their bridges, I guess. So anyway, that's all I can say about that. Let's just say this weekend I found out who my real friends were. So anyway, but also the other thing that's really important is just remember, I need to keep telling myself this, that I really can't look at the chat. Jeez, you guys are terrible. Oh man. So the other thing that I'm really trying to drive home is that I personally need to keep myself in check with looking at. I really appreciate all your guys' comments and your compliments and even like your constructive criticism for the comic. I really do appreciate that, but I need to keep it in check that I'm not relying on it, because it literally, I felt myself getting pulled into this thing of like I was relying on other people's gratification or other people's what's the word, stamp of approval to be happy, right? And it's like if you allow other people to shape how you feel about you and your life, then you're destined to live a sad life, right? Because if you can't control your own emotions and be happy, then that's very, very dangerous. If you rely on an external force to shape the way that you feel, it's very, very bad. So I just need to really keep that in check and be sure that, it's like look at it and be like, okay, people are talking about the comic, that's cool. I don't need to read everything. All I need to take from this is that people like it, and I should just keep doing what I'm doing. All right. So, yeah. This weekend was pretty dang crazy. Pretty dang crazy. But all in all, I am feeling very good and very, very happy because I'm just super stoked about part 3. This part is going to be so awesome because it wraps everything up into a nice little present package, and then it opens up all these additional doors for issue 2, right? Because issue 2 is going to be introducing a bunch of new story arcs and characters, maybe. But yes, I don't want to give away too much. Not giving away too much. Okay, so this is looking good. I like this. Let's go ahead and move on. Next. So we have Emma reaching up, grabbing the axe out of the door frame that she buried in there, and she's going to yank it out, right? So she's here, and then, boop, right, yanks it out. And then you got a little whoop right there. And she's like looking inside the doorway, right? Perhaps about to enter the house. Maybe. A nice Emma-shaped ball. Okay, 1 second. We're going to do the chat dance because... I am going to do my chat dance because I'm looking at the chat very quickly. Do I even lift? Toucans? You're asking, do I even lift? What do you mean, like weights? No. What I do is I work out my fingers like this. Oh. Like this. With proper form. And I have these little rubber band things that my chiropractor prescribed to me that I basically stick on an object and pull. You know, kind of like a Bowflex. And then you look at my back, it's like all the muscles are bulging as I pull it back, you know, like the guys in the commercial. That's actually me. I'm just the body double for those guys. And yeah, that's me just working with my little chiropractic band. And yeah, I do that. Mr. Renpa, you're saying that the quality of my mic is good? Oof, I don't think it's good. But I'm actually using a Logitech, I think it's called a C130 720p HD webcam. C130, I do believe it is. Like if you look up that model. That's it. Okay, cool. Moving on. Let's go ahead and draw Emma pulling her axe out of the wall. I want to emphasize she's pulling her axe out of the wall. Okay. Alright, so we got the basic outline here. Let's go ahead and draw in Emma's cute little face. Okay, okay. Toucans. I love that name. I just love saying toucans. Toucans. I could say it all day. Toucans. Oh, hey, this is great. This is where we can use our straining emotive face. This one here. Maybe not exactly with that amount of force, but I don't know. Well, maybe. We'll see. See how it looks. But I've been wanting to use this face for a while, so we can use that. And she's kind of smaller, so it should work out pretty well. Okay, so we got our circle, midpoint. Just below the midpoint is where our eyes begin. Okay, so we're having this. Good. Good. What would be funny is, I wonder if I want to draw the face like this, or if I want to like draw it like more back, you know, kind of like Kate's face from issue 1 or part 1. In fact, I'm gonna pull that up for reference because I've been wanting to reference that face again. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This one right here. See how her head shape kind of changes to this, and it's kind of low res, but you get the idea, right? I like that, the way the chin kind of like just goes like that. Might want to do that, except have her like pulling, you know. I think that'd be funny. Yeah, we'll try both of them. Why not? This is our experimental stage. Why not? Straining emotive face, a short story. Back that axe up. I like that. I really, really like that. Yes. I love comics. I'm convinced now more than ever that comics are probably one of the coolest art forms ever created. It's literally like a one-man movie. A one-man movie force. It really, really is. You can create and tell a story with just being one person. Like, how cool is that? You can immerse your readers in a world that you've created all by yourself. And the help of a writer and anybody else who wants to help. But point is, it's amazing. And there's a lot of work and thought and talent that goes into it if you're doing a comic. I mean, other comic artists. I'm not saying like myself. Oh, power and talent. Oh yeah, good thing I have all of this. You know? But I'm saying that people who do comics have to be very, very, very cool people. And that is why I love comics. Newfound love. Phenomenal cosmic power! Itty bitty drawing space. Alright, let's throw that in there. Phenomenal comic power! Nah, doesn't work. Doesn't sound as cool as cosmic. I'm a cosmic artist. That's what I'm gonna start telling people. I'm a cosmic artist. What's that? You know, I make comics. Comics? Yes! A cosmic artist! Cosmic. I'm a cosmonaut. What is a cosmonaut? I've heard that a few times, but how's that different from an astronaut? Cosmonaut. Sounds cooler, right? Cosmic artist. Alright, so if I ever see you at a convention and I'm handing out business cards and I don't have a business card that says cosmic artist, then I want you to look at me and be like, Keenan, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed by this. What is this business card? What, illustrator? 2D production artist? No. Cosmic artist. Alright? Alright, so there's one face. Let's go ahead and finish this off here. As we hear the rumble of my friend's Ford Mustang. Feel the horses. Hear the horses. I wish I had a car like that. But I just have a little... Oh! I gotta tell you guys about something. Okay, so Scion is doing a contest called Scion Motivate. And I'm gonna need your guys' help on this, right? Because the winners get to go to a business like convention in LA. And you get free tickets to go, and there's like 50 people that get chosen to do that, right? But the top 10, right? The top 10 win $10,000 and a brand new car, right? And basically, the way I'm going to need your guys' help for that, if you choose to support. If you choose to support and help me get a new car. Then I am going to be putting together a YouTube video, right? It's kind of like Kickstarter, right? Where you talk about your project and it's like, hey, these are all the people that are supporting it. And I'm going to try to get as many people that I used to work with at Riot to support that, you know, because you got some cool, you know, people working in the industry. But I'm also really going to need some help from you guys. So I'll have some further details on that coming up here. And really, it's not really about the car or anything. Like I don't really mind if I win that or not. But I just think it would be cool more than anything to actually go to this convention, right? And just learn about new ways that I can help further the business and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But hey, a new car, why not? Could use a new FRS, you know? So the way I'm going to be needing help from you guys is they have a specific portion of the video devoted to your endorsements or, your endorsements. So I'd really like to be able to go to like the Emma fan page and just have it like filled with, you know, a bunch of people saying, I support Emma, right? And that's it. Or maybe like a little heart or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, like a video of yourself saying that. I don't know. You probably don't have to submit a video, but like probably the biggest thing I'm going to be needing is, yeah, just like people saying, I support Emma on the Facebook page. Or wherever. And that would be good old-fashioned fat. Yes. So new cars are nice, but really I'm just in it. And hey, the extra money would be awesome. Like $10,000, that would allow me to go for a few more months, or not a few more months. Like, how long could I go for on $10,000? Probably like another 7 months. That's not bad because I've become very frugal in my day of not having a job and doing this full time. I've become very frugal even in the time of holiday cheer. Right? Where everybody's spending money left and right. I've learned that it actually doesn't take very much money for me to just keep going. And that's all I need to do. Just need to keep going. So yes, Scion Motivate is the name of the contest. If you guys have businesses and stuff like that, you guys should enter too and make a video. And if you need some sort of endorsement, if it's anything art related or comic related, please let me know, and I will be sure to endorse you in any way possible. And then who knows, we might see each other at the convention. Richer. So that'll be nice. That will be very, very, very nice. Yeah. If I was a god painting the cosmos, I would talk like that. And today I would be creating Sector Z over here. I would look like Zillion. Creating Sector Z over here so Star Fox can go through here and protect his ship from the oncoming enemies. And then we will finish with Sector X, which is the submarine level, if you guys remember that one. That was like my favorite level. But when I was first playing Star Fox, I didn't know how to get there. So it was like the secret, right? My friends would get there and be like, whoa, there's a submarine level? How do you get here? And the tank level, too. I was always really jealous. I was like, I want to play these levels, but I can't get there. And I know there was like a secret passageway you had to go through to like unlock that way or whatever. So, yeah. Get this guy off me. Fox. Get this guy off me. Rudy Toot Toots and Rum-a-Tum-Tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. To town. Yeah. Alright, looks like we got 15 minutes left. For the last 5 minutes, I'm going to open the floodgates. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Toucans. Yes. Oh, special I Support Emma fan art. Oh, that would be super cool. Yes, if you guys have time to say support Emma and do all that stuff. Yes, you can do that. And I will let you know. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Please, like, get it ready and all that stuff. Get it ready. The time will be coming soon. Very, very soon. Because the contest ends in February, and you need to have your YouTube video basically submitted by then. And I will update you guys when I'm making that, and then I'll say, hey, you know, those of you who want to support me on the Scion Motivate contest, please go here and just say I support Emma or submit your art. And then while I'm making the video, I will scroll through that and I'll be like, hopefully like a wall of I support Emmas with hearts and all that stuff. And then the people at Scion Motivate will be like, this guy, get in it. He makes comics. He makes cosmics. and they will not be able to resist. The car is mine. Oh yeah, and I probably, like, someone said sell the car, last even longer. I like that idea. In fact, I did consider doing that. But they say that after you win, like if you were to win the car, you have to have it in your possession for at least a year afterwards. So, unfortunately, I'll have to hang on to the Scion FRS. You know, it's just, what a terrible world we live in. What a terrible world we live in. So yeah, I'm just kind of giving you guys the update right now because, like I said, like, and let me say this up front. If you guys want to support me, that's great. But if you don't, that's totally fine. I don't care. It's like I won't hold that against you. Be like, you didn't want to support me at the Scion Motivate contest and help get my business noticed and more exposure and maybe a new car. I don't like you. You're not allowed to read my comic. But if you do support me and I see you at a convention, oof, might get dangerous. I may be the one tackling you. You better watch out. I see you and I will run to tackle you. Ah! Didn't see that one coming, did ya? But seriously, in all seriousness, yeah, just looking to have a good time. Just looking to have a good old-fashioned gay old time. Alright, so we got Emma grabbing her axe. Grabbing the axe. Cool. That piece needs to look a little bit better there. Oh, gotta sneeze. Oh, I bless myself. When I think about you, I bless myself. Whoa. First world problems. Do an Emma roll. Oh man. You guys. Oh, this chat. You guys are so. Oh, Sundancer. Sundancer says, I want to have gay times with you, Keith. Oh, man. Oh, that's just good old-fashioned fun. Woo! But yes, as I was saying before, if you support me in this contest and win me a car, I'll be the one hunting you down, and I will be the one tackling you if I see you. So you better watch out. Watch out. Okay, so let's go ahead and examine what we have here. Is this capturing what we had before? I would say yes, almost, however. I want this leg to be a little bit more, a little bit thicker. There we go. Oh, jeez, you guys. I had to, like, I was questioning whether I should actually read that on the stream. But, yeah, I didn't want to just bust up laughing and then the people on YouTube have no idea what I'm looking at. Maybe I should have just pulled it over like this. I should have just pulled it over like this and then zoomed in on it. That's what I should have done. This is what I got to deal with right here. See this? This is what I got to work with here. Jeez, people, I'm trying to make a comic. Leave me alone. Let the good times roll. People calling me, but I can't talk to them. I will get back to you. I'll get back to you. I should just turn off my phone when I'm doing this. Don't people know I'm streaming? It's my family calling. It's like, family, I'm a professional grown adult with things to do. With many, many things to do. Like draw comics. This just sounds so funny, right? It's like, I'm a professional grown adult making comics. Okay? Leave me to my business. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish this up. Before we finish the stream, however, I do want to do that one other face for Emma, the one where she's like that, and see which one I like more. So let's go ahead and lasso this. Copy, delete, paste, and paste again. And paste again. And what this allows us to do is go back in here and work with one layer at a time. So let's go ahead and grab our reference of the cape face, because I like the shape that is making. Ah, jeez, you guys. Wow. You guys are funny. Alright, focus. Focus on the locust. Focus on the locust. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw this in here. So she's going to look a little bit more like this, right? Her head's going to be tilted back. Like that, right? And the ellipses are going to be like this. And all those good old-fashioned things. I think I'm already liking this more. It helps to make sound effects while you're drawing, by the way. That is why I do such things. Not bad, not bad. I need to move these facial features down a little bit. It's not looking like Emma's face because her chin's too big. There we go. That's a little better. Is that giving me the expression that I want? I don't know. I don't know. I like it, but it doesn't look enough like Emma. I might have to play around with this a little bit more to get it looking proper. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like somebody else. But I can't quite put my finger on it. Why does it not look like Emma? I don't know about this one. It's not bad, not bad. Next time you say something like that, Sundancer, I'm just gonna pull it. I'm just gonna pull over the chat. That way people can actually see it. Because I could say that you like all kinds of other weird things, like I don't know. But without proof, it did not happen. I don't know if I'm liking this. It doesn't look like he's straining enough. Oh, that's a little better. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to move this head back a little bit too. And then, you know what? I'll let you guys decide. What head do you think looks better? This one or the other one? This will be number 2, and this will be number 1. Okay? Please tell me which one you would like to see more in the comic by placing that number in the chat screen to the left. To the left. No, I had it right the first time. Or to your right, rather. And then we will open the gates for the question catapults. So ready your questions and eat hearty, because tonight we ask questions in heck. Still I'm not forgiving you. Sorry, it's had a random attack of singing. What's happened between us? Yes. Alright, so let's see what you guys got here. Haha, you guys are all saying number 2. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, guys. Yes, I would agree. I'm liking number 2 as well. More expression. So do you guys see how that changes everything? Like, just, it's the same expression. You notice that? Same exact expression. However, the face is just tilted back. And that adds a lot of extra. It pushes the expression of your character by the posture of their head and their body language. So I hope this has been a testament to that. And with that, we are going to go ahead and finish up the drawing portion of this, and we're going to move into the question catapults. So please, if you have any questions, post them in the chat to your right, and I will select them, I will handpick them, eat them, chew them up, and then spit them back out at you in the form of an answer. Some ABC answers. How about that? And with that, we're going to go ahead and switch back to the cam. While we're doing that, I will go ahead and close these things off. Toucans is asking, if you're using an open mic, how is it not picking up the stuff that plays off of your speaker? Oh, Toucan, are you referring to the music? Because there's like the software that comes with the camera that actually kind of inhibits the noise, like the droning noise behind it. Like if there's music playing, it'll automatically like soften it. And then it somehow has a way of recognizing the voice, and then it just plays that a little bit louder. And that makes us happy. I'm ready to have so many gay times this holiday. Ellis Qualls is asking, you ready to have a gay time? I'm like, oh man, it's all about gay times during the holidays. Gay happy meetings and holiday greetings. When stream viewers are near, it's the happiest chat log of all. Okay. Anything regarding me not tackling you or hugging you or holiday gay times, please? Anything? Will you come to Oz Comic Con or something so that hugging and such can occur? Jeez. You guys, I'm all for giving hugs. I love giving hugs, right? Why is that the question? Was that the question of the day? Hugs? We'll give you all hugs. Oh. Spigongio, my good friend. Spigongio is Jace, for those of you who don't know. Spigongio is Jace, aka the person who is making the game for us. And he's asking if I'm making Emma turrets. Yes, Jace, I'm going to make your Emma turrets. Don't worry. We're creating, well, we're kind of experimenting if we can make like a little turret defense game. But that is another conversation for another time. Holiday meetings and tackling greetings at Oz Comic Con. Alright, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream. Come on. Which do you consider... Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I would love to be able to go to an Australian convention. Leshy. I would actually really like that. I just want to start going to all these conventions like everywhere, right? I want to start like traveling the world and going to these awesome conventions to help promote and talk about the comic. And I think that once I have issue 1 in the can and all done, and maybe even get it printed out, ooh, we are in business. We can be handing out stuff, just chucking stuff, you know, going back to the football stadium, just like flinging stuff at the audience, you know. Free issues, free comics for everybody. All right, Mr. Valkio D, I think I just butchered your name, but Mr. D is asking, which do you consider is more important on the process of making each panel? The negative space management or the focus on the object? Ah, good question, Mr. D. Let me go ahead and go back to this. Okay, so one of the big things that I like to do is, speaking of negative space management, I find it very important to consider always where your chat bubbles are going to go, because the worst thing that you can do is have a finished panel done and then the art is just like completely covering the entire panel, and then you have no room to put any sort of words, chat, sound effects, none of that. That's the worst thing you can be caught doing, right? So one thing that I usually like to do is just go with the rule of thirds. Like have the object, have your character appearing on one of those third lines, right? Like see here, notice she's not perfectly centered. She's a little bit to the left. Here, not perfectly centered, a little bit to the right. A little bit to the right. So I like to do that. It just kind of has a nice little balance to it. So I would say the most important thing, if I had to put one in front of the other, is probably just, yeah, your actual layout. I would say your negative space and just kind of how you use that. Although I have had some of my comic art buddies. Hang on. Sorry about that. But yes, I think it's very important that you have good negative space. Although I have had some of my comic buddies say that I use a little bit too much of it, but I'm kind of just going with my gut because I want to create like a sense of isolation. But as I go forward, I will look into, once I have more characters and objects to fill the spaces, then I'll probably be getting into more detailed frames or whatever. We'll see. Alrighty. Jason Herring is asking, I loved your color tutorial. Will you be doing more tutorials coming up? By the way, I'm doing 2 more questions. This is one of them. Mr. Jason, I'm glad that you enjoyed the color tutorial. Yes, I will be doing more. In fact, the KNKL show happens every Saturday. I might be moving it to Sunday, though, lately. I've been thinking about doing that, just because I think it might work a little bit better with my schedule. But the KNKL show will continue to happen every weekend, where I will have the tutorial on something having to do with art. And then the Emma stream will be Monday through Thursday. Last question. Last question. Coming in from Toucans. When you drew that elf, when you finished... Okay. Going back to the elf. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. Toucans is asking about the drawing that we did on Sunday. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So he's asking, when I drew the elf, when you finished the gray sketch, did you just turn it black afterwards? Yes, that is actually exactly what I did. When I finished kind of cleaning up the sketch, you can still see it's pretty sketchy. Like, this is obviously not the way that I do the comic. But yeah, when I'm doing kind of speed art, I usually just like to kind of clean up the sketch really quickly. And because it's on a layer over top, it's really easy to just hit Control U and then slide the lightness bar down. So it's like a dark gray or like a black. And that makes us happy. Happy, happy, happy. Okay. Oh, I gotta end the stream, but in order to end the stream, we need the epic music. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the KNKL Emma stream, episode 16. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. YouTube viewers. I'm trying to do two things at a time here, fixing the levels. YouTube viewers, please thumbs up if you like this, thumbs down if you don't. My name is Kienan Lafferty. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks once again for tuning in. Till then, take care.